this buzz about the Crew 3 and it having full collection import, how can you get some more cars for free? Well, I'm going to tell you one very good way to get a bunch of cars for free at the end of this video, or at some point in this video, I don't really know where, but what if I told you on top of every single one of the cars that I'm going to tell you how to get free, this one is completely and entirely free. And I don't mean this as in you have to, like, buy a car to get it. It's like one of those ones where you have to buy something and then technically this one's free because you just play an event for it. No, this one will not require the purchase of a single car. And I'll tell you how. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and today I'm going to be going into the Porsche Green Flash Edition, a Hypercar Porsche Carrera GT. I want to remind you guys that one subscriber is going to be winning a copy of the Crew Motorfest. So head down there, subscribe, right? Turn notifications on, because there's going to be a live stream here on the 29th where I'm going to be co-streaming the Crew, what is it called? The Crew Summer Showcase is what I'm going to be live streaming. So make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be streaming the Crew Summer Showcase, co-streaming, I believe. And thank you to Ubisoft for inviting me to co-stream. Oh! So that was kind of cool. If we landed somewhere, it would have been a bit cooler. But yes, let's go into the Porsche Green Flash Edition, because this car, you're about to be able to get without buying a single vehicle. Now, some of you may already know that, hey, this car is a summit car. That's what it is. It's a car that you get from completing the live summit. And some people have pointed out that those cars aren't technically free because you have to get some cars because there'll be restrictions and you have to get other stuff built up, and you have to do a lot to get these cars in the first place, right? You don't just, well, I mean, technically sometimes you definitely can. You definitely can go onto the summit sometimes and just get a car by not having to purchase a single another car, right? And it would still be a free car at that point, because you've not had to buy any extra car. But this one, you could start at not zero, okay? Not zero, but you definitely have to have, like, at least a car, a boat, and a plane, right? Something like that, which you will have if you've played this game even slightly. But the thing with this method to get this car is that you don't have to purchase a single vehicle. There's no restrictions applied. What are we going for? Are we not going to go with an underglow? I mean, like, I kind of don't like any of these underglows. None of the greens match perfectly. Yeah, not a single one of the greens match very well. There's other ones. I mean, this one's quite nice, but I like that this one's kind of race looking right now. And I prefer simpler looks. What's our nitro looking like, though? Nitro. I always forget that I can actually use a wild and wacky nitro. Ooh. This is the one I used to use before, Green Thunder. Let's see what else there is. We've got, oh, I don't think I've used this yet, Green Spangled. I think just because I've not used Green Spangled yet, we'll use that. Yeah, sure. Let's take this thing into a race. And of course, it's unfortunate when you technically do have to pay for a car, but this one you don't pay a dime, right? You don't pay an absolute dime, but you do still have to try hard. Look, you're not just gonna be given this car. You will have to actually do something. Whoa, wild and wacky, right? You're actually gonna have to play something, but it's to get a hypercar, a decently expensive hypercar. I don't think it's one of any of the, oh, how have I managed that? I don't believe it's any of the cheap ones, and it's exclusive. You're not gonna be able to get this hypercar outside of this right here.
So have you.
I don't know what you just said, Latrell, but sure, I agree to a degree, Latrell, but why am I focusing on the fact that you get this thing for free and also going to be showing you how to get a bunch of other cars for free? Well, the reason I'm doing all that is because the Crew Motorfest, which, by the way, the collection import is going to be elaborated on the 29th in that stream, the Crew Motorfest has full garage transfer. So I want you guys to make sure that you have as full of a garage to be able to bring over to the Crew Motorfest, because the garage transfer is maybe no use if you can only bring over a few cars, which is fine, to be honest, right? I'm going to be bringing over two accounts, my main account and my second account, which doesn't have as much at all, my Rookie to Icon 1000. It's only got like a few cars, but the main account that I'm bringing over is going to be fully full with everything, and the second account is only going to have a few things. One of those things being this car. But there's so many more. There's so many more for you guys to bring over. And I'm probably going to focus on that on Rookie to Icon 1000. I think I'm going to focus on the fact that, hey, I need to get every single car. I need that I can get for free at least, because there's a lot. There's a high count of them. There's events, there's stories, there's summit cars, and I have a few of those too. And a fair few of those are hypercars. In fact, what's What's the Motor Pass right now? How long do you have left for the Motor Pass? Oh, an Alpha GP car. Make sure to get that, boys. There's a free Alpha GP car that you can get. Like, there's only 2 weeks left to get it. The Motor Pass car. Do your followers challenges. Earn followers. Play the game. Earn followers so you can get that free car. Here we go. That's sorted. And I'll show you where and how this thing is absolutely free. They've done this one time before, and the time before they did it was for the Ferrari F12 TDF. This time around, it's for this thing, the Porsche Green Flash Edition. And the reason they're doing this is, I guess, so people have the opportunity, but the way they're doing this is in the live summit. So, if we head over to the live summit, we get to load, and then we get to here, and then we go into here, and then we see that I haven't actually done the summit yet, because I don't really care about this one too much. Maybe I'll do it for, if I've done it on Rookie to Icon, I need to do it on Rookie to Icon for the followers. I'm going to do that today, actually. I'm recording, I'm going to be streaming tonight. Should be, at least, and should be Rookie to Icon 1000, if I am streaming. It's this one right here. The Open Day Summit. In fact, 3 cars. That's 3. That's KTM, 450 Rally, the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, and the Green Flash. So, a Ferrari in street, a Hypercar, and a rally raid bike. You get all of those in a summit where you do not have to pay a single penny. Every single race is forced vehicle. Every single one. It gives you the vehicle to use. And you know what that means? That means parts don't boost you, because everyone's gonna have the same parts. That means no one has a greater advantage. The only thing that will give you any kind of advantage is going to Pilot, going to Icon, and make sure you have your points on these. This Wednesday, we got the summit that, obviously, you will still have to do the skills. That's where I mean you need a boat, plane, and a car at least, right? Because low altitude, you need a plane, and these two, you'll need a car. And I'll be doing a video on this summit, right? So, make sure you're there, because this is a free Hypercar. But what are some other ways to get some free cars to pad up your roster before Motorfest? Well, simple enough. First of all is stories. Stories, if you go over here, give you a bunch of cool cars. You have they're all behind me. Of course they are. So I'll hide my webcam for a little minute. We got this thing in street. We got this thing in street. We got this plane. We got this one's kind of cool, by the way, the Jag. We got a lowrider, which I've done guides on all of these videos. All of these stories have guides on them on the channel. That's a JDM car. That's the Nissan 300ZX. We've also got the Spiker All-In Edition. That one actually is pretty good. The Nissan Fair Lady Edition car. And then a bunch of vanities for free as well. There is a fair few stuff to do here. There's also hobbies, where you get one car for each of these. The Mazda RX-7 FC, the Hummer HX Concept, very good for skills, the slaloms, and the Plymouth Roadrunner. And then the other ones are all in these events. There's a few events that have cars that you get for free, as well as these boss events down here, which give you cars and vehicles for free that are gonna carry over, right? So there's a lot, and not to mention that, the Motor Pass with free vehicles. So if you want a full in-depth guide on all these free vehicles, make sure to check out the linked video in the comments or the description, one of the two. It's my free cars guide. I've got a full guide on all free cars. But thank you to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Danimal the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and Mystic Ghost. And an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members, Bad at Games 02 and Void. That's gonna be about it from me, boys, in a bit.